welcome back. Welcome back. I have another guest with me today, and this is Sylvia from Ontario March of Dimes. But what I wanted to show off first is my t-shirt. It's from the Lighthouse. So if you haven't seen the Lighthouse yet at Richards Landing, you should go. It's really, really neat. And I was honored to get this gift from Ray Stortini. I helped make the badges, which wasn't as easy a job maybe as it could have been because I had to erase scaffolding, Photoshop, because it was still under construction when I did the badges. But it all worked out. Anyway, Sylvia, as usual, I met you at the soup kitchen.
Yes.
And you were there with some other people, and I just said, hey, why don't you come on my show? And you graciously accepted it. So maybe you could tell us a little bit about the Ontario March of Dimes and what your role is there.
At the Ontario March of Dimes, I'm involved with a youth program. It's called Achieving Success, and it's for youth between 15 and 30. It's for youth specifically with disabilities or employment barriers. And the disability could be, or employment barrier various. It could be the youth does not have a job yet and they're looking for their first experience, or some sort of any disability or any employment barrier.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
How long is the program?
The program is 22 weeks in length. It's 3 weeks in class. And in class they learn employabilities and life skills. And with the 3 weeks in class training, it's paid minimum wage.
Wow.
Yeah.
What a wonderful opportunity.
We think so.
People out there, listen. Okay.
So 3 weeks in class, paid employment training, and then 19 weeks with an employer, and the employer is reimbursed minimum wage up to 30 hours a week.
Wow. And your employers, are there different types, or is it mostly one industry?
It's geared towards youth and their likes and dislikes. Okay. We have various employers throughout the city that we have worked with, and we're, according to the student who may come in through the program, if they have interest in, say, fishing, right, we would look at their interests because they may not have job experience. So we look at their interests and, oh, you like fishing, and that's what you do in your spare time, so maybe you'd be successful in a job that would sell fishing tackle, or we would look at the interests.
So really tailored to what they would probably be best at because they're interested in.
Yes, the program's called Achieving Success, so we strive for that.
And how many youth do you have at one time? Or does it vary?
Usually 8 in a group. There's 4 groups this year. And we started this program last February. And we received funding through Service Canada this year again.
When would your next intake be?
For July 27th, and then we have another group September 14th.
So if somebody's interested, and what do they do? What's the process?
Call March of Dimes,
okay.
945-1044, and you can call my extension at 227, or my coworker Cheryl's extension at 230. And we ask that youth would come in and talk to us, and we can see their interest in the group.
Is there a component, I'm not sure, like is there also training like women's training or anything like that?
We talk about health and safety training.
Okay.
During, we don't have funding to
do the actual certificate.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. And wow, so you must have had some successes from your past programs.
There are successes. There's the 3 weeks in class, then a 19-week placement, but it's nothing like a high school placement. This is a true work opportunity. It's, we put your foot in the door and then you kind of keep it there, right? And the whole goal is to have the 19 weeks worth of work placement, and then if the employer is hiring, you have 5 months with the employer, so
you really got your foot in the door.
Yes.
In a good way. Yeah.
Yes. We have some successes being hired after the 19 weeks.
Well, that's wonderful. That's really great. So what is your favorite part of the program? What do you actually teach in the classroom? Do you more coordinate it? What part do you play?
I helped design what you learn in the 3 weeks.
Okay.
Thunder Bay and Sudbury already had Achieving Success program up and running, so when I was initially hired, we looked at their program, how they set up their in-class, and we we picked and choosed and how we want to run it, and we may gear it towards the groups. Every group is different, so one group may need to discuss one lesson more than another group.
Right. That's quite an age range too, 15
to 30.
Do they have to have grade 12 before they come to you?
No.
Okay.
No. The eligibility is you're between 15 and 30. You're not collecting EI insurance because employment insurance has their own programs.
Right.
So you're between 15 and 30. You're not eligible for EI or have collected within the last 5 years. You're a Canadian citizen. You have some sort of learning disability and or employment barrier, and that can be quite varied.
Right. I think I know some people I'm going to send. We meet a lot of young people that come to the soup kitchen.
Yeah.
And they work so hard for us, and they try so hard. And I wasn't as aware of your program as I am now, so I'm really glad I had you on. And I really think, you can see the barriers, and you can also see the good things. And I really love the way that the job placement's tailored to the interests of the person going into the place.
And there's job coaching as well.
So even while they're in job placement, you visit the placement?
Weekly check-ins with the student and with the employer. And some job coaching at first if the youth is not aware of how the job should be performed, or if they're a little bit nervous, we accompany them.
It's a great program. I'm really, really glad we had you on the show, and I'm going to recommend some people. I'm sure there's somebody watching that would be interested in the program as well. Thanks so much for coming on.
Thanks for having me.